back to March Madness with Peace of Mind Pilates. I'm Erin Manu, and today we're going to start down on our mats. So let's come on down into an active rest pose, bringing our arms down at our sides and just taking a moment to feel that our sacrum is neutral and we've got both feet on the ground. Let's bring our hands onto the belly, closing the eyes here for a moment, and beginning to connect with our breath. So let's take some nice deep breaths. And as we exhale, let's begin to warm up those core muscles by pulling the abdominal muscles down and in. As we breathe in, let's fill the space around the heart with the breath. And on the exhale, pull those abdominal muscles down away from your t-shirt. Let's take 3 more nice deep breaths just like that. Then keeping these nice strong breaths flowing through, let's make sure the feet are hip distance apart. Let's bring our arms down at our sides and we'll begin marching. So we'll bring one foot up and then press it down. And then the other foot up and press down. As we bring the foot up, let's inhale, exhale, press. Inhale up, exhale, press. If you want to work a little bit faster, as you bring one foot up, bring the other one down. And let's really feel those feet energized on the mat. So we're pressing into the mat with the whole length of both feet. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Then from here, we'll energize the feet. And on our next exhale, let's peel up, lifting head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. And on our inhale, let's roll on down again. And let's do this a few times. Exhaling to peel up, inhaling to roll down. Let's do 3 more. And 1 more. Hold, push into the feet, reach through the fingertips, reaching a little bit farther toward the shins. 1 more inhale, and exhale, roll on down. Let's bring the knees in close to the belly and rock from side to side. Then bringing those knees back to center, let's place the sole of the right foot on the mat, and let's stretch that left foot up to the sky. Clasping the hands behind the quad, and let's flex that left ankle forward and back. Then let's press upward through the ball of the foot, bringing both arms down at our sides, and we'll reach that left leg almost to touch the mat, and then bring it back up. As we lower the leg, let's inhale, and as we draw it back up, let's exhale. As we're moving in this way, let's actively press down through both palms of the hands. Keep the torso nice and steady. Push into the sole of that right foot so the right foot is active. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Let's bring that knee in close. Clasp the hands over that shin, stretch the right leg out long, and circle that left ankle. Then let's bring the sole of that left foot to the mat. Stretch the right leg up to the sky. Let's clasp the hands behind the back of that thigh and flex that right ankle forward and back. Then pressing upward through the ball of that foot, let's bring both palms down to the mat, and we'll begin to lower that right leg and exhale to lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. As we raise up that leg, hollow out the belly, so really scooping in and up, but keep the spine nice and neutral. Press down firmly through both palms. Press into the standing leg, that left leg. Let's do 2 more. From here, let's roll onto one side, coming into a tabletop position. And let's make sure that we get our hands right underneath the shoulders and our knees right underneath the feet. Let's take just a few breaths in cat-cow, inhaling to arch the back and exhaling to round. Then let's find our neutral spine right in between, softening the heart a little bit. Let's take the left foot back so that the left big toe touches the mat. We'll reach our right arm forward, pinky side down, and we'll begin to lift both limbs and lower. As we lift and lower, let's see if we can keep the belly button hugging toward the spine, keeping the spine really neutral. Imagine that left forearm is hugging toward the right thigh. Let's do 3, 2, 1. As we lift this time, let's hold tiny pulses with that leg. Up, up, up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come on down and let's stretch out into puppy pose, reaching the arms forward, softening through the heart, or dropping the hips back into child's pose. 3 full breaths. And keeping these deep breaths flowing, let's rise back up, returning to our tabletop position. Once we arrive there, let's take that right foot back, touching down through that right big toe. Reach the left fingertips forward. Let's begin to lift and lower. We're seeing if we can keep the torso very neutral. And we're not letting that right hip open. It's really tempting to let that flare out, but that takes us out of our glute muscles. So keep that nice straight line. Two more. Last one, hold. Tiny pulses, up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come on down onto our side. And let's stack the knees, one right on top of each other for some clamshells. So let's begin to lift and lower that upper knee. As we move, we want to keep the torso really steady so we're not rocking the hip back. We can always bring the right hand onto the hip to hold ourselves nice and steady here. More, and 1. But let's find our ball. I'm so glad I told you to have that. And let's place that right out in front. And we can either have our head in the hand, in the palm, or stretch that left arm out and rest the side of the head on the arm. But let's bring the ball out in front and we'll bring that right knee on top and stretch the lower leg out long. So we're going to press lightly into the ball and we'll begin to lift and lower that lower leg. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take the ball out. We'll stack those knees again just to find our alignment over that left hip so that feels nice and secure. Then stretch the top leg out, draw the abdominals in, and we'll lift and lower through that top leg. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. As we reach up, we'll hold tiny circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. Try not to let the torso move. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on down, stack the knees, heels together, lift the heels, open and close. As we lift and lower that knee, let's imagine these lower ribs lifting away from the mat. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's come on to our other side. Stacking the hips, stacking the knees, ankles together, and we'll begin to lift and lower. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Then let's bring our ball back in front. Place the front knee, the top knee on the ball, stretch the bottom leg out, hug those abdominals in and up, and we'll start to lift and reach. So we're growing taller by the minute because we're reaching down through that leg and up through the crown of the head, pulling those right ribs up and away from the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, take the block out, the ball, stack the knees, find that nice base through that lower hip, and we'll stretch the upper leg out. Once we're there, begin to lift and lower, keeping the whole shape of the leg, engaging those left glutes as we lift and lower, softening the neck. And that lower leg is working too, so actively press down into the mat through that right leg. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're gonna hold it up, tiny circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change direction. We have no idea what's going on here in the studio. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, stack those knees, ankles hug together. We're gonna lift them up and open and lower. If you feel like that hip is rolling back, put your hand right there to keep it steady. Lift those right ribs away from the mat. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. We're going to lift up onto that right forearm. Knees will stay stacked for our side bridge. So let's lift and lower just to get the feel for it. Find our alignment here. Those left fingertips can stay down, or we can bring them onto the hip. And let's lift and lower. Really push forward through the glutes. 2 more. Last one, hold. Lift a little higher. Breathe. And release. Other side. So just do a few practice runs. Lifting and lowering, making sure we get that forearm in a good place to support us. And then we'll really get into it. Maybe bringing that hand to the hip, pushing forward, and then lower. So take the time as you lift to feel both glutes scooping and reaching forward. For 3, 2, last one, hold, lift a little higher, smile big, and come on down. Let's find our centered seat. Bringing the hands together at the heart, close the eyes for a moment, honoring your body, your mind, your spirit, welcoming spring in your heart. Thanks so much for joining us. Namaste.